Hello everyone, good day and welcome to Iprologic.com and Iprologicfx.com. Okay, so today we're going to give you a demonstration video on using the incomparable Iprologic TRACKER 4.0, and we're going to use real money. Just going to show you a quick demonstration, and hopefully you guys are going to go out there, as many of you who are paid members are making a lot of money. And for some people in certain countries, it's more than they make in 6 months or even a month. And most of you in Europe and the United States and North America, it's pretty decent money, very, very decent, lucrative second income. So without further ado, I'm going to jump into this. Just want to give you a heads up on a couple of things. Okay, so once again, you can get it at www.iprologic.com. Okay, so before we begin, I'd just like to share a few important thoughts with you. Okay, please watch this video to the end. There are various ways of using the Iprologic TRACKER 4.0. As many of you have seen in all our videos on our channel, there is using the 24 numbers, which gives you a massive edge. And a lot of people on your first spin you hit, second spin you hit. Then there's using the tracker on a split basis, splitting the numbers. And of course, there's the one that you're going to use playing the numbers straight up, and whatever comes up, whatever is populated over here, you start playing. Many of you do it anyway because it gives you a pretty good jump start. And then some of you listen to the other methods that we have where you wait for the 24 numbers. I'm just going to show you something. I'm just going to put in random numbers, okay? Once you start spinning from the wheel, it's going to populate, like in this case. Okay, if you miss, you keep putting in numbers, it's going to populate. Again, I just put in random numbers. Don't copy this down, please. Okay, always use a 0 or a double 0. There's going to be questions asked. Why do you have a 0 and a double 0 if we're playing with a European wheel? It was designed this way in case you are playing with an American wheel. If you're playing with a European wheel, don't worry about it. The 0 still is going to be the same as the single 0. Do not worry about it, okay? Once you have a hit, you're going to hit reset. But I want to make something clear to you before I begin, please, because I'm going to play with real money. I don't know what the outcome is. For those of you who work for 20 and 30 and $40 an hour. Do you know you have to work the entire hour before you get paid that $20 or that $30 or that 40 or 50? Now, there's many of you who are using our program and you're making hundreds of dollars per hour. That we know. But again, that depends on your bankroll. You're not going to, go in there with $100 bankroll and expect to make hundreds of dollars. Yes, you can by luck. But if you have to increase your bets, you won't have enough to sustain it. So all I'm saying is don't play with scared money. Have the proper bankroll. Think of this as a business. Treat it as a business. You have a second job and you have to go out there 5 days a week and work 20 hours a day, whatever it is, plus your daytime job. You're going to use this. You won't even, some people don't even need their daytime job. But I'm just saying the stock market's not going to give you the money you're going to make here. Okay? Or no kind of investment except real estate, and you have to wait for years. All I'm saying is please be disciplined, have money management, and of course to have the proper bankroll. Okay, so in this video I'm going to use real money. Don't know what the outcome is, but please, all I'm looking to do is make a target of 10 units or more. In my case, if I'm playing with $1 units, obviously 10 units or more is $10 or more. If you're playing with 50 cents, 10 units is $5 or more. If you're playing with 25 cents, 10 units is $25 or more, right? So $2.50 or more if you're playing with 25 cents. The difference is everybody has different bankroll. So please, yes, you're going to miss spins. Have the right progression. On our website, you will notice the following. I'm going to show you that right here. Because of the luxury of this promotion that we're having right now with the price that we have, because this is going to go up later on, okay, and it's well worth it. You're pretty going to make the price of what you're getting this pretty much in the first 5 minutes. But you have the luxury of having this for free, which is the calculator, okay? You're going to be able to access the calculator for free by using this. And having access to the calculator makes this a huge advantage for you, for those of you who want to use it, of course, okay? So let's just say you're putting 35 to 1, you put in a bankroll of, let's say, $1,000, and that's that. Let's say you had, I don't know, if you had 12 bets. It tells you to bet 1 unit on those 12 numbers. Okay, if you lost, no big deal. Then it tells you, let's say you happen to have 12 units, 12 bets again, because it didn't have an extra number. It still tells you bet 1 unit. Some people will start martingaling and doubling up. You don't need to do that. Okay, follow this or use your own strategy. Now, of course, if you hit, you made $12. You've made your target. Folks, if you did this, took breaks, come back, you're going to make more than your part-time job. I can tell you, if you do this right, I am seriously, honestly, 100% telling you, if you do this right, there's no way you're not making $2,000, $3,000 a month. And you're talking about an extra $30,000 a year if it's done right. And that's minimum. What do you think that's going to do for you and your bills and everything else? It's just amazing. Okay. And those of you, again, with crypto, if you're using, crypto casino, who knows? If Bitcoin goes up or Ethereum, that'll even enhance it even more. All right. So let's jump in. I'm going to show you. We're going to use the calculator, but I'm going to show you here. Now, by the way, when you do have a win, it's going to show up here in the win column. You are going to hit reset, okay? When you come back to play, and then you'll put the amount, like 35 to 1. Then you'll put your new bankroll and go on. If you have a loss, you click L. But if you have a win, you must put the win. You must reset it if you're going to be playing again, okay? So let's jump to a casino. I'm going to use real money, and let's go for it. Okay, so before I jump in to start playing, I just want to give you guys a quick brief heads up on something, okay? You can't play with scared money. You've got to have a bankroll. Treat this as a business, like I said. For those of you, again, I repeat it, if you make 20 or 30 or $40 an hour, you have to actually work for that. But with this, you can do that in 5 minutes if you follow the rules. This is my current balance at 430, 23.55. But I want to show you today is, well, it's now in, the 15th as it is 3 a.m. in the morning. But I want to show you something. This was yesterday. Okay. These are my pending withdrawals. Just want to show you a little something. Okay. Please don't use this bankroll. You need to have a decent bankroll. Okay. I had 311. Actually, I'm going to go back before that. $300, as you can see, 814 at 4:45 p.m. I had a bankroll of 300. I turned that into 1,800. I took a $1,500 withdrawal. I made $1,500 in a matter of a couple of hours. Okay, going in and going out. So I left 300, and of course, in the process of playing around, it was 311. I then took another withdrawal of $2,300. Okay, do the math. 2,300 plus 1,500 is $3,800, $3,800 in one day and two separate times that I've went in. And what did I use? $300 as my bankroll. But I followed the rules. And of course, I know I took my break, but I went back in every 2 minutes. And I did my job. Okay, I'm not saying that this is going to be the same for you. It could very well be. Depends on your bankroll. Depends on how often you play. So try to bet with your head, not over it. Follow the rules. Do exactly as we've shown you on multiple videos. Okay, so now we're going to go in. Our bankroll is 423. Let's go play for real with real money. Okay, so here we go. We're going to go to, obviously, we're going to go to roulette. I want to try to make this video, so I'm trying to keep this under 15 minutes. So we're only going to have like 3 or 4 minutes of playtime, but that's fine. Okay, so this is play demo, and this is play now. You will actually see the bankroll when it appears. I'm going to rush through this just to get the numbers populated, but I just want to show you how you're going to do that and then the actual play. Okay, all right, so first thing we're going to do is, some of you, if you have, your numbers have been there from your previous session, that's fine. If not, doesn't matter. You're still, going to have to get your numbers populated. Okay. So what we're going to do is, we're going to go here. Please, again, I plead with you, do not write these numbers down. It is not based on the last input, second input, or whatever the case may be. For those of you who are going to ask the question again, I repeat it. Why is there 2 zeros like 0 and 00? It does not matter. Okay, some people are using an American wheel, they have both. Some people are using a European wheel, there's only 1 0. So it doesn't matter what you put in there. Okay, so I've entered 20, and again, I want to try to keep this video down because I have limited time. I'm just going to input the numbers, and once they populate, okay, and they show up, a sequence of 4, then I will show you the 2 options to be able to use. Now, I know some people are going to say, well, while waiting for 4, we would have hit quite a few times. It doesn't matter. You're still going to be able to do what you need to do. Okay. Um, Hopefully this populates something. Okay. Well, let me keep doing it until it does show up, and we'll go from there. Okay. So here we go. And I've said it. I will say it one more time. Those of you making 30 and 20 and 30 and $40 an hour, you actually have to work the hour to be able to get that 20 or 30 or $40. In this case, you don't have to do that. Okay. Yeah, it could take, a couple of misses or, take a few more minutes, but certainly you should be able to make $50 an hour, $100 an hour. You're talking about two, three, four, $5,000 a month when it's all over. Just follow the rules, do exactly what I say or how I showed you. So what we did was we continued to input numbers until you got a sequence of 4 sets of numbers. Please don't write this down. It's not based on number 16. It is based on a cumulative process. Okay, there was a lot of numbers being entered here. It took like 2 minutes, but still. And that's how those numbers were populated. Now you have 2 ways of doing it. You can either, and always include a 0. Okay, don't do duplicates. In this case, you see 29 and 29 is a duplicate. Don't, you'll use 0 in its place. You end up with 20, 21 bets, sometimes 24. So you would then go into the calculator, put in the odds, put in your bankroll, which is 423, and the number of bets, and then it will tell you, 1 unit, how much you should play based on those 24 bets or 21 bets. So what we're going to do is there's 2 ways of doing this. On the other videos you've seen, I've showed you with these total sequence of, 6 numbers times 4, you don't have to add any number here again. If you miss, God forbid, you're not going to add anything because you have the full setup. Okay? Just use the right progression if you're using your own, or use the calculator. It's going to help you. So your first play would have been all of these numbers plus the 0, and because that will replace the duplicate. So your chances of hitting is obviously very high, but that doesn't mean that you can't miss. So now here's the second way of doing it. We're using real money to do it. I am going to play these sequences as they come up one at a time. Let me just input the numbers, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so my bankroll is 423. What do I want to get? I want a minimum of 10 units or more, so I need to get to 433 and I'm out. My first bet happens to be 7 bets. 7 bets, because 6 plus the 0 is 7. I only have to bet 1 unit, right? So I'm playing these numbers based on whatever this is, and the 0, okay? So let's go. Here's my first spin. Okay, I had a miss. That's not a crime. Again, you're going to have times you're going to have a miss. So what? Now, my next bet is obviously going to be that plus 1, 5, 16, 20, 24, and 29. Okay? So I'm going to repeat that. I'm going to go 1, 5, 16, 20 is already covered, 24 is already covered, and 29 is already covered. So I don't have to duplicate those bets, right? So in this case, what's my total amount? 11. That's what's going to go into here. Okay? It's going to go 11 bets. Okay? The whole idea is for you to make a profit. Even if you had a couple of misses, so what? Don't be afraid. Just have the bankroll. You're going to be just fine. I'm just looking to make $10. And I probably just did. There we go. I was at 423. I needed to get to 433. Well, I exceeded my bankroll. I needed to make 10 units. I did that in less than 2 minutes. Okay, so I'm 20-something dollars ahead. All right, now ask yourself a question. If you take a break now, what do you think is going to happen in the future? Do the same thing, take breaks, and you're going to reset this, by the way. Okay, so now your new bankroll is, we put that in here, and it's going to be 4, whatever that is, 441. Okay, so your new bankroll is going to be 441. And of course, you're going to go here. You don't have to put in that last number. You're going to hit reset. Now, for those of you who use the other setup where we went with 24 numbers, that's it. Just bet all 24 and go from there. hit reset, and it's all over. Thank you so much for watching. See you on the other side.